If you're full clearing and you're losing games and you're not really sure what to do to win, it's because your ganks suck. Like, I'm telling you, if you just know how to gank after full clearing, you are gonna win almost every single game. In this game, I will literally take 3 camps and gank every single time. I finish 3 camps, I'll gank. I'll finish 3 camps, I'll gank. I'm gonna show you how to basically do so, and you need to understand the following. There's 3 things that make a gank good. 1 is the wave states, 2 is knowing the vision, 3 is crowd control. That's it. Look at this draft, okay? I'm playing Rek'Sai, I have crowd control. I have Camille, that is crowd control. I have Singed, that is crowd control. So, understanding of where you can get the kills and understanding where the wards are, that is very, very crucial. So let's take a look here. I am about to finish my 3rd camp. I want to gank mid lane. Look, how am I going to make this gank work? I want Aurora to push position there. Why is that? If Aurora is on the bot side, I'm on the top side. We're basically sandwiching him. So look what happens now, okay? This minion right there, if he's going to walk up, I want to go on him. If he's not going to walk on the minion, it's going to be that one, okay? And just so you know, the way Talon's playing, it seems like it's warded, literally. So I'll have to do a drive-by right now. And just pass by. So that was warded, the gank failed, okay? I can promise you that was 100% warded. Now let's just continue my full clear, and I'm gonna play like a complete psychopath, but I just really want to show you how it looks like if you want to gank and how to make it work. And just so you know, usually I would have full cleared, but I just want to show you on every single gank my thought process and what you can do to learn from it. Look, as I'm pathing towards bot side here, okay? This is wards. I don't see their bot lane. What does this mean? This means that they put down a ward in the river somewhere, and it's gonna be difficult to gank them. Right? So I'll first finish 3 camps. After I finish my 3 camps, I will then go full psychopath. Till then, I'm just chilling, okay? Taking 3 camps. And I might even screw up my base timers just to show you how to gank. Look, I know that there's a ward here in the bot side, okay? Because I know there's a ward in the bot side. What will I be doing? I'll be making sure that... Oh, you see mid lane low? I'm gonna take the crab first. Then I'll look for a play. But, you see this wave here? If I take the crab here, Talon will be push this wave in time and he can run. So, because I take the crab here, I cannot make it. But look, I finished 3 camps right now, okay? Okay, this guy is hitting the tower, so I'm gonna go for him. But look how I could have escaped, okay? Look how I'm like walking like this. I'm gonna flash on his booty very soon and kill him. Now, I'm gonna base. So what I did there, right? Instead of walking towards his direction, I cut off his escape path and I just ganked him. Now go sweeper. Okay, once again, same thing. I'm literally gonna finish golems, raptors, and I'm gonna gank mid lane. Or bot lane. I'm just explaining to you guys the thought process on how to gank, okay? So now you can see I'm just clearing, nothing fancy, right? And like I'm playing like an omega cycle, okay? It's just to show you more examples on ganking, and just so you know this is master either, okay? So look here. I'm gonna take my raptors and I'm gonna look for mid lane. What am I looking for when I go mid lane? His wards. And wave states. His wave state is now good to gank, okay? Look, we have now double CC coming from 2 sides. He's trying to push in. Look what I'm doing. I'm walking like this. So I could have escaped off, right? You see him. And he's dead. Wonderful. Now, let me continue taking 2 more camps. Look for another gank, okay? You see this bot lane wave. What am I seeing? They have to crash this wave. So because I know they have to crash this wave, right? If my Camille comes bot lane, we fuck him up. Okay, look. Now I'm gonna skip my Gromp. Why am I skipping Gromp? If I do Gromp here, he can push this wave in time. If there's no ward here, right? He's gonna die. Let's see. No ward here. Okay, now there's a ward. That's fine. I'm gonna clear the ward here. Okay, but see this ward here, right? Karma put a ward in time. If he did not put a ward in time, he would have just died here. So look what I'm doing now. I'm waiting for my laders here. Okay, the tunnel's moving, so this is just a bad play. Just to clarify. Well, seems like it's fine, I guess. The enemy team, no idea. Well, and I'll just base here. Why am I gonna be basing? Guess what? I want to take 3 camps, look for another gank. I'm just gonna show you the PERMA GANK way, just so like you get an idea like what I'm looking for when I'm looking for a gank. And some ganks might be a bit too overforced, obviously, but at least you can see why something works and why something doesn't work. Because obviously when I gank, I think the success rate is at least 80 to 90%, but I want to show to you why a gank fails, okay? Because not only learning the good ones, you're gonna learn as well what are the bad ones. And I'm just gonna force ganks to show you what are the bad ones and why it fails. Oh look, my top lane wants to go top lane here, okay? So let's say hypothetically I don't care about any fundamental. It's gonna be good. Why is that? Because his wave is frozen. Okay, it was frozen, not anymore. Okay, so this might be warded in the bush. Okay, I think this gank is trash. Why is that? We're ganking Akisante, and Akisante is like a champion that is fucking tanky. So I'm just gonna go on him. Like I said, I'm not sure what the chances are of killing him. It's bad. Alright, we're good. Okay, we somehow managed to kill him, but like I said, I think that gank was very overforced. Okay, we made it somehow. Bro, I don't know how I survived there, but we take that. But yeah, okay, so why was it a lane gank? Because if this or this is warded, he will never die. And Singe can just fling him, right? But like I said, I think that the gank was flippy. I don't think that Kisante had to die there. I think personally it was not a good gank, but I went for it anyway. Anyway, let's finish some extra camps here. Let's finish once again, like, okay, probably my Raptors and bot side. And let's look for another play, okay? Let's do that. I'm gonna finish my 3 camps and I'm gonna look for another play. So, how do I know which place I can look for? Essentially, same thing. Knowing where the wards are the wave states bad, and do we have crowd control? On top lane, for example, I would have never been able to kill him if it wasn't for Singed. Because if Singed wasn't crowd controlling him, he would just run away and Singed can never solo kill him, right? He always needs my help. There's a fight in the bot side, but I will continue my full clear. And after my full clear, I will look for stuff. Bowling fighting. And full clear. And after I finish my camps, because I'm low-key jobless here, I will now look for the Drake. But of course, as I do Drake, I have to look at my lane states and see who has lane priority. I would say I can take it, simply because my Aurora has lane priority. And he can move first. And my AD carry is very strong. As you can see, I'm taking this objective. I got my Titanic very soon. And now, we look for another gank. But before I look for a gank, look at my gold. I got my item part back, right? So, if I press tab right now, where can I kill? If you want to look for a kill, generally speaking, remember it's crowd control. I have Camille with ultimate. I'm playing as an immobile bot lane. Those champions are super easy for me to kill. So knowing that I am playing against those champions, right? It should be very, very, very free. Let me take my camp here. And as my raptors, let's force another gank, okay? So, how can I force a gank after my camp here? What are the opportunities I see? The opportunities I see is probably gonna be bot lane, okay? Why is it gonna be bot lane? Because Talon wants to play aggressive. And look, I'm literally gonna skip my camps. I'm looking for bot lane. And look the way I gank. I'm gonna sweep this bush. Okay, for some reason my Vayne is a new jungler. But since Talon doesn't have ultimate... Okay, look how I clear the ward here and run away. Okay, look what I do here, okay? Look, I run away. What does this show Talon? This looks as if I actually backed off here. That's how it looked like on Talon's screen. He put a ward here thinking he's safe, but Luna doesn't know. He's far from safe. Anyway, I literally did 3 camps and I ganked again. Now, let's repeat the process. Let's take my botted camps and look for another gank again. Like there, the moment I cleared the pink ward right, I sort of like left, but I didn't leave. So it's like when you wanna actually stay, you run away. When you wanna like leave, you stay. You always wanna do the reverse psychology. Always. Anyway, I finished 3 camps again. How can I get kills? You see this mid lane wave, okay? Camille has ultimate. Because Camille has ultimate and we're playing against 2 immobile carries, we can kill them. So what do I need to happen? I need my Vayne to walk back. Why is that? This way, if like Vayne walks back, Senna's gonna walk up. And because Senna walks up, we can kill them. Now go for a gank when they go for last hit. Now they're dead. But do you see how like all my Vaynes walk back because he's not the one that has crowd control. If the crowd control manages to land first, and then let me do it once more. 3 camps, look for ganks. They die, I don't care. The 3 camp rule. Okay, there's a different 3 camp rule, but this is just me taking 3 camps, looking for plays and forcing it even, just so you can see how a gank actually looks like, and why it succeeds and why it fails. So if you understand that, it becomes much easier to actually know which ganks are good and bad. Especially the part where I told you, ping the Vayne back and wait for the CC to go first. Just so you know, this play would not have worked if that vision on me. That's why it's a wave, ward and CC. Look, I just finished my 3 camps again. What plays can I look for? If they hit tower here, I'll kill them. Because I have CC, right? Look, Cassetta's coming. Dead. Do you see here how like if they hit tower, I have CC, they die. Let's base now, I have no camps. Let me buy Spear of Shojin. But do you see how like if they hit tower, I'll kill them. If not, I'll back off. I've literally been doing 3 camps into gank and I've been forcing it. Let's do the same thing. And this game, I'm not really focused on jungle tracking. I'm literally just focused on like showing you guys how to gank, which ganks are good, which ganks are bad, and why. So now I'm gonna take this camp here. Okay, let me finish my wolves and then look for a play, okay? Like you can see, even on PERMA ganking, I'm not like really like PERMA ganking. At least I'm taking 3 camps. But now, you see bot lane. How do you think Talon wants to play? He wants to play aggressive, right? So if I know there's a ward here potentially, and as a jungler, your job is to think, where are the wards? Your job is not to think, your job is not to think, oh, there's maybe a ward here. No, it is a ward here. Very different mindset. Now the enemy team is cooked. Now the 3 camp rule back to farming, because remember, after 3 camps, I want to look for a play. Currently, I looked for 3 camps, looked for a play. I'm going to take 3 camps again. Now I'm going to finish these camps. And then there's FF. But I hope you understand a bit like the thought process of a gank. And the main key takeaway is that how do my laners position before a gank? I want the crowd control right to go first, and that is very crucial. And that's basically how you make a gank happen and get some kills. GG.